Some women don't chase, and yet they're never forgotten. They leave no footprints, no explanations, just a silence so precise, it sharpens every echo of her name. And while he sleeps beside someone else, he dreams of the woman who asked for nothing and gave him everything he wasn't ready to hold. Not her body, her mirror. She was not just a woman. She was the unknowable curve in his timeline, the feminine archetype that slipped past the walls of his ego and touched something ancient in him. He did not see her. He projected her. Like Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. To him, she was too much, and not enough, all at once. Too soft to control, too silent to predict, too aware to manipulate. He loved her with the intensity of a man who hadn't yet loved himself. Which is to say, he didn't love her. He loved the reflection of what he wanted to fix in himself. When she laughed, something in him stirred, not comfort, but memory, the kind that wasn't his yet felt lived in. She touched his anima, the buried feminine soul image he never learned to honor, and that terrified him, because to love her would require death, the death of his persona, of his control, of his unresolved boyhood. So he sabotaged, he pulled away, he criticized the very softness he once craved. He labeled her too emotional, when really he could not name his own feelings without hers to guide him. And while he ran, she stayed still, not because she didn't feel the ache, but because she was doing what he never could. She was alchemizing her grief into gold. That's what shadow work does. It strips the illusion, burns the mask, and leaves only the truth behind. In her silence, she met the parts of herself that once begged for crumbs, that confused attention with love, that whispered, "Fix him," instead of "free yourself." She stared into her own abyss and didn't look away. While he searched for distractions, she became the medicine he didn't even know he needed. But by then she was no longer offering it. Nights grew quieter for him, even with noise around. He laughed but it echoed wrong. He touched but didn't feel. He slept but not peacefully, because deep inside, he began to dream. And the woman who appeared was not the loud one, not the perfect one, not the one who chased. It was her, the one who disappeared with grace, who stopped explaining, who didn't punish, just left. And in that dream, he didn't see her face. He saw his own, wounded, incomplete, still waiting for her to finish a story he never let her tell. But she was no longer part of that story. She had become the author of her own. Individuation is not selfishness, it's sacred separation. She did not leave to hurt him. She left to remember herself. And now, her energy cannot be summoned by regret. Her presence is not available to the unworthy. Her light no longer seeks out shadows to heal. She walks softer now, not out of fear, but because she carries the weight of a woman who has nothing left to prove. The woman who walks away in silence isn't weak. She simply sees more, and he will dream of her in silence for the rest of his life.